What's up, guys? We're back. Part two of the breakdown of college and pro football this weekend. We just finished talking about Notre Dame, New Mexico at Notre Dame, and we'll move on to Bama at South Carolina. Alabama is on the road. I got them at my line was minus 27. Got them as low as minus 25 on Bet Online. Pick Monitor minus 25.5, and the current line is minus 26.5. And guys, as you can see, I use three books: BetUs, MyBookie, and BetOnline. I also look at lines with 5 Dimes, and I encourage everyone to do this. Shop around and get the best number. Start on Monday. Start on Monday or Tuesday. Track them. Figure out what's going on with each book, because each book is different. And when it's time to fire, get your best line. Anyway, Bama. Look. What more can you say about Alabama? They're still playing angry. They're still playing with purpose, and they are going to continue their dominance through the SEC until they meet LSU, which can't wait for that game. South Carolina starting a freshman quarterback. He's going to struggle. Freshman, 5-year seniors struggle against Bama's defense. This freshman is going to struggle against Bama. I think Bama is going to run away with this, honestly. South Carolina already is facing one of the toughest schedules in history, or this year, if not the toughest. And then you lose your quarterback. Now you got to start a freshman. We talk about just confidence level. So Bama, I think Bama rolls. UNLV at Northwestern. Northwestern's coming off that loss against Stanford a couple weeks ago. My line, I had them UNLV plus 10, Pick Monitor plus 18, MyBookie plus 18.5. Current line is minus 18.5 or plus 18.5, whatever, for UNLV. Look, this opened at 20, and I waited on it to see if it could get to 21. It actually went opposite. So I knew I was on the right track here. Look, Northwestern's got their Big Ten schedule starting next week. They got to face Michigan State. I can't imagine they're going to be that focused with UNLV. Okay, it is a home game. I get it, but I've been to those. I've been to Northwestern games. It's really not. It's not like the crowd's on top of your thing. It's not really the only part about playing Northwestern at Northwestern is the fact that you have to travel. So I don't see where the points are going to come from out of Northwestern to cover this 18.5. I really don't. I think they come out flat, and I think they're going to be checked out looking towards Michigan State. So I'll take the 18.5. I'm sure UNLV will lose 10, 14, 17 points. UNLV could actually beat Northwestern. I mean, Northwestern's lost to teams like Akron and other teams at UNLV's caliber. So it's not like they're immune to losing to inferior teams. All right, Okie State at Tulsa. I fired on this early in the week. I was fearful that the line would get to past 14. It finally did. So I think they beat Tulsa by more than 20. I got them at 14. Current line is minus 14.5. I think it finally moved either late yesterday or earlier today. Listen, Okie State, as usual, is a good offensive team. We know this. Okay. Not only that, but then now they're playing Tulsa, which is a rivalry, but they beat Tulsa pretty bad year in and year out. It's just a different class of athletes. It's Tulsa. Okay. The one pause I have with Okie State is they do have Texas next. Okay, so they could be looking ahead, but I think Van Gundy is smart enough to continue just to try and score as many points as possible because their defense is so shaky. Okay, he's not going to sit on the ball and try and play ball control when they're up 10, 14, 21 points. He's going to continue to be aggressive and put the ball in the end zone for fear their defense is going to give up some points. So, I've seen some people taking Okie State's team total. That's probably a good bet. Taking the over. I don't know how much offense Tulsa is going to be able to get going, but I think Oklahoma State beats them by more than 14. All right, Western Kentucky at Louisville. I think we can safely say Louisville's got the offense figured out. Okay. Now they didn't make the necessary adjustments in the Notre Dame game. Once Notre Dame adjusted from playing man to zone, like they didn't really know what to do once Notre Dame started playing zone, and that's troublesome. But I don't think it's going to matter with Western Kentucky. Okay, Western Kentucky is not going to try and play a lot of defense. Their offensive coordinator, their head coach used to be their offensive coordinator when they were like um, scoring 38, 40 points a game, and their offense was really clicking. So he's back as head coach now. He's got that offense strategy back. They're scoring points. Now, what I think is going to happen is I think Louisville's going to get down early because they have Florida State next. They're going to get down early and they're going to wake up and be like, oh my gosh, we need to do something to win this game. We can win this game. We just got to focus. So points, okay? West Kentucky gets up 10, 14 points here. Louisville comes back, ties it. It's kind of a back and forth type thing. We only have to get to 51 here. Out of that 50 and a half with my bookie, okay? It's not going to happen in the third quarter, okay? This might be a little bit of a sweat, but I think they're going to get – both these teams are going to get over 24, 25, 27 points, and the over will come in late in the fourth. Okay, what's next? Arizona State at Sparty. This line, this was another one I was like, what? Okay, Arizona State is one of the dark horses out of the Pac-12. Okay, this team is a very good team. Okay, they can run the ball very, very well. They got all five offensive linemen returning. They have dynamic players all around. The quarterback, not great, but okay. Against a Michigan State team that is better, agreed, better than last year, but 14 points? Really? It's going to be a close game, okay? Two reasons. One, Michigan State is on the revenge factor, okay? I get that, okay? But Arizona State is not going to be just some pushover and like, oh yeah, well, since we beat them last year, we'll let them walk all over us. Herm Edwards ain't playing that, okay? Arizona State's going to come out wanting to win and beat this team, okay, and play hard, okay? Both teams have good defenses. Both teams want to control the ball and not get into a shootout. It's going to be a low-scoring game. You give me 14 points in a low-scoring game, I'll take it anytime. Arizona State's much better than the 14 points. Sparty was 17-point favorite against Western Michigan last week. You mean to tell me that Arizona State's only 4 points better, 3 points better than Western Michigan? Really? This is going to be a close game. Arizona State's good. So is Michigan State. Low-scoring game, tight game. It's going to get to the fourth quarter, no question. 14 all the way. All right, last one before we go to part 3 here. Really quick, Kentucky, Florida. Look, both teams are banged up. Okay, this is a revenge game for Florida. Kentucky shocked them at home last year. They're on the road. They're coming to Kentucky. They're thinking revenge. Kentucky knows this. I understand Kentucky's down their quarterback and the whole bit. I think this game is going to be one of those do or die type things with Kentucky. Kentucky doesn't care that they beat them last year. They want to beat Florida every year. This is how it works because Florida's embarrassed Kentucky for so long, okay? 9 points, okay? Big Mars got it at 9 points. I got it at 8 with my bookie. Like Arizona State Sparty, this is going to be a close game. And most of the time I like to bet against Florida for the emotional edge, especially if I'm getting points because I could, hit both. Kentucky or Florida wins but doesn't cover kind of thing. So I only put a half unit on this, but I still think this is a good number here for Kentucky here. You're getting more than a touchdown in a tight game. Gets to the fourth quarter. I don't think Florida rolls over Kentucky at all. I think Kentucky is a different team. They're too proud. It's not going to happen. Kentucky +8. All right, guys. That's the end of part 2. We'll come right back with part 3 in just a minute.